So you want to start a business in the UK on the Innovator Founder Visa, but how much does it actually cost? Namaste and hello everyone. My name is Shivika and I help you navigate life through my experiences, lessons and stories. First and foremost, a big welcome to all the international students who have just moved to the UK to pursue their undergrad, masters, PhDs or any other courses that you are here to do. Big welcome to the UK. I hope you're having a good time and adjusting well to the UK, to the culture, to the weather, and to everything else around you. You're all 1 month into uni now, so I hope you feel much more settled now that it's been 30 to 40 days. Some of you must have come in September for your foundation courses, or just that your course started earlier, and you must be exploring your options, your career options now, what jobs you want to apply to, what part-time roles you want to do, and also some of you may be considering if you want to start a business in the UK. Very recently, I saw posts on LinkedIn from the Manchester Entrepreneur Business School that they had the startup weekend, and it looked so exciting. And I'm sure each one of you in your respective universities must be having these kind of events and must be associating yourself to the incubators, to the enterprises, and to the business school as well. Because if you're entrepreneurial, then these are the places you need to go. But there's one more place that you can go to for all this advice and for more information on starting a business in the UK, which is right here. So if you've been exploring the startup space and are somebody who wants to start a business in the UK, you must have come across the Innovator Founder route, the very business visa that allows you to start a business in the UK as a student, as an immigrant, as a professional, or as anybody sat across the world who wants to move to the UK and start a business over here. And something that you may wonder all the time is how much does it really cost? And over the years, actually over the months, the people that I've spoken to and the clients that I've worked with and the clients that I speak to on a daily basis, they come to me and they tell me that, does the Innovator Founder Visa cost about £50,000? And I'm like, no, who gave you that information? And I understand where that's coming from, because it used to be the case where if you had to apply for the Tier 1 Entrepreneur Scheme, you had to have the £50,000 in your bank account to apply for the visa. But that's no more the case, and that's the very purpose of this video. I went through this entire process myself multiple times, and in this video I'm going to be breaking down every single cost. It definitely is not £50,000, but let's see what it actually costs to be on the Innovator Founder route. So I'm not going to be beating around the bush and get straight to the costs. These are the three costs that you need to be very aware of before you even start the process. The first one is obviously the visa fee. The second one is immigration health surcharge, and the third one is the endorsing body assessment fee, which you have to pay, and it goes directly to the endorsing body. First up is the Innovator Founder Visa fee, which is £1,590 from within the UK, which you will have to pay if you're applying for the visa, if you're applying for an extension on the same visa, or if you're applying to switch your current visa to the Innovator Founder Visa. The cost is £1,590 per person. Now, a lot of you are planning to do these applications from outside of the UK, from your respective home countries. So for all you lot, the visa fee is £1,274 from outside of the UK. Now that cost is just for you. If you've got family coming with you, your partner or kids, multiply that cost accordingly. Now the second one is the big one, and it catches most people off guard. Immigration health surcharge, which you have to pay upfront for the next 3 years. So for each year, it will cost you £1,035. So for 3 years, it's going to cost you £3,105 per person. So if you're a family of 3, that's over £9,000 paid upfront for the next 3 years just to access healthcare in the UK. And the third important fee is the endorsement fee, which you pay directly to the endorsing body. Now, even before you have to pay for the visa or the health surcharge, what you really need is the endorsement letter. And let me tell you, the endorsing bodies are very strict and it's not an easy one to get. So before you even start this process, it's important to get this letter, and just to have your business idea and business plan reviewed and assessed and given feedback on, you have to pay a fee of £1,000 plus VAT if you're applying from within the UK. So it comes out to be about £1,200 if you're applying from inside the UK for the endorsement. Now, for all the successful applicants who have gotten their endorsement letter, paid the visa fee, paid the immigration health surcharge, Once you move to the UK, after 12 months, you have to attend a 12-month contact point meeting and a 24-month contact point meeting once you move to the UK on the Innovator Founder route. So during the 12-month contact point meeting, you have to pay another £500 just to meet with your endorsing body. And this is not to say you can't meet them anywhere in between, but this contact point meeting is mandatory from the Home Office, so you have to pay for that. And then after 12 months from those 12 no, then after 24 months from those 12 months, you have to pay another £500 for a contact point meeting with your endorsing body, which again is mandatory. So there's another £1,000 charge soon after you move to the UK within the first 12 months and the next 24 months. That's the baseline. These are the costs that you have to pay if you're planning to get on the Innovator Founder route and if you have a successful endorsement from one of the endorsing bodies. Now, for all the applicants who are applying from your home country for the Innovator Founder route, another visa expectation is that you keep £1,270 in your savings account for 28 consecutive days. This amount is basically to say that you can support yourself whilst you're in the UK, and this is just for yourself. For your partner and for your children, it's going to be a different amount. So for all the Innovator founders moving to the UK with their family on the Innovator Founder route, you keep £1,270 for 28 consecutive days in your bank account for yourself, then £285 for 28 consecutive days for your partner, £315 for one kid to bring him or her over as a dependent of yours for 28 consecutive days in your bank account, and for each additional child, it's £200 for 28 consecutive days, just to say that you can support your family in the UK whilst you're here. Now, by the way, this is the same 28 consecutive days that you keep all of this amount in your bank account. It doesn't have to be 28 days and 28 days and 28 days. Now, it's just 128 days, and you keep all that money in one bank account, in your savings account, and you can prove this from your bank statements, obviously. Well, it does not end here. So if you've written a business plan, which you have to for this Innovator Founder Visa route, you must have done a financial forecast. And when you do a financial forecast, you have to mention how much money will you be investing into the business, or how much money does the business need to start, to launch, to kickstart. And then if you say that you are going to be needing, say, £20,000 to start this business or £50,000 to start this business, the endorsing body expects to see that fund in your bank account. It could also come from investors, it could also come from family and friends, or it could be entirely your fund. But again, this is not a cost, but this is the amount of money that you will need to have with yourself in one of your bank accounts. So whenever they ask you to show that fund, because you've written it in your business plan, you will have to show that through your bank statements or through letters from your investors or family and friends. Okay, now this is the one for people who are applying from within the UK. Once you apply for your Innovator Founder Visa, you have to have your biometrics done. And when you go for your biometrics, sometimes you might not be getting any free appointments. So you will have to pay another round of fee when you're applying for your biometrics. This could range anywhere between £60 to I think £120, but you have to be wary of that cost. One way of getting away with it is to probably book a bit in the future and getting a free appointment. But if you want something very quick, probably the next day or the next week, especially in places like London and Manchester, you might have to pay a fee of about £60 to £120 just to book an appointment for your biometrics. Now, all of this is for regular appointments. If you're somebody who's in a rush and wants to know like now about your visa application, then you can go for a priority service or a super priority service. In a priority service, you will have to pay another £500 to get the decision within 5 working days. And if you want to go for a super priority service, you can get a decision within the next working day of your appointment by paying £1,000 extra along with your application fee. So if you're somebody who wants to know like now, then go for it, go pay the extra fee. Well, this is more or less how much applying for an Innovator Founder Visa costs. Obviously, this is keeping in mind that you do go ahead to the next stage after endorsement and you get a successful endorsement from the endorsing body, and you do end up applying for your visa and choosing probably the super priority just to get to know that you've gotten the visa now and it's all well and good. For anyone applying from outside of the UK, please do keep in mind that you will have different costs associated with all of this, which could include your TB tests. I remember when I got mine done, it was about £1,200, but this is about a decade ago I'm talking. But then you'll also have your English language test, which could be SELT, IELTS, TOEFL, whichever test you're choosing, you have to pay for that as well. And if there are any other costs applying from your home country, depending on which country you're coming from, please take care of those costs and budget for them as well. Now, two important costs that I would like to tell you about as well, because you're a founder, you're going to be a director of the company. Very soon, you're going to be incorporating your company in the UK. So how much does it really cost to incorporate your company in the UK? In my time, once upon a time, it used to cost only £12 to register a company, to incorporate a company. But very recently, I think it was in 2024, that the government increased the prices. And now, if you want to incorporate a company in the UK online, it's going to cost you £50. The second important cost that you may want to keep in mind is office registration costs, whether you choose to have a virtual office or whether you choose to have like a proper office desk, or you plan to work from a co-working space. This could cost you anywhere between £20 to maybe £300, depending on what co-working space you choose, depending on what services you choose, depending on just if you just choose to have a virtual office, or obviously the location. If you have an office in London, it's going to cost you higher. If your office is somewhere in different part of the UK, which is pretty remote, then it's going to cost you less than that. So keep in mind that these are the costs that you will have to pay for just after you move to the UK on the Innovator Founder route. Look, I'm not trying to scare you off. The Innovator Founder Visa is an incredible opportunity, especially coming from someone who's been on it, who is on it. And the UK is one of the best places to start a business in the world. It's still got that opportunity, it's still got that ecosystem, it's still got the partners, and it's got everything that you would need to incorporate a company and then build your dream business. But if you're going for it, then go with your eyes wide open. Well, this brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found it useful. I'm well aware that I haven't included costs like solicitors, accountants, business plan writers, any rejections during the endorsement process, and if you have to reapply, but those costs are variable and it totally depends on your budget. Who do you want to employ as your solicitor or your business plan writer, or as a consultant, or an accountant later on when you do start trading, when you move to the UK. So I will leave that to you to choose. But if you do have any questions from me, or if you do have any more questions about the costs associated, or if you want me to connect you to some solicitor or some accountant that I may be aware of in the UK that could be useful to you, or if you have any questions about the Innovator Founder route in general, then please do drop it in the comment section below. I do read all the comments. If you want to get in touch with me and want to book a one-to-one call, I will also leave that link in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I talk about starting a business in the UK and just starting a business in general all the time. So if this is of interest to you, then please do subscribe to the channel. And I shall see you in the next video.